Hi there and welcome to Economic Observations. My name is Chris. Today is the 19th of May and thank you so much for watching. This video is brought to you by the Tanzania School Foundation, an awesome organization doing wonderful work down in Africa. Alright, let's get started. Today it looks like there is too much inventory. See, in 2020 and 2021, people around the world were buying all sorts of different products that kept them at home. They weren't spending money on travel and vacations and weddings and birthday parties and the like. They were buying mostly household goods. And so what did the retailers do? The retailers who had empty shelves restocked all of those items that Americans were buying. And what ended up happening? Well, we stopped buying them. And now the warehouses are full. So follow me on this, because it's not just these goods. It's other things to follow. Americans had a surplus of money. They got all this stimulus and they were buying. They were buying bicycles and trampolines and swimming pools. They were buying small appliances and household goods because they were at home all the time. And so all these retailers stocked up on all those items. Now there is a surplus of bicycles and trampolines and swimming pools, small appliances, everything for the home. And now spending patterns have changed, and these retailers are stuck with warehouses full of items that nobody wants. You see, some of these items become antiquated. There are new items that come out, and soon they may be offering all of these at a discount. Yesterday, Walmart and Target stock tanked. Target was down over 25% in a day. The Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, all down again today. Yesterday, 1,100 points the Dow was down. Today it wasn't down as dramatically, but it was still down. They're still reeling from the news of what the retailers said. It's when Wall Street meets Main Street. And Main Street has spoken. They don't want this stuff. So what happens when retailers have too much inventory? Well, they start giving it at a discount. It's expensive to keep things in a warehouse. It's expensive to keep things, especially when newer products are being offered, maybe at more profitable margins. So what are they to do? Well, I believe that there is going to be a discount, a big sale across retailers all around the country, because they don't want to hold this stuff anymore. So let's backtrack a little bit. So we had empty store shelves and people couldn't find the goods and services they needed. What else was there a shortage of? Let's think. Oh, housing. Well, could the same thing happen in the housing market? Oh, you betcha it can. So in 2020 and 2021, people were moving to these remote cities all around the country. They were leaving their offices and working from home, and they were creating bubbles and shortages, which led what? Builders to build. There was a foreclosure moratorium, an eviction moratorium. Foreclosures weren't happening. People weren't leaving their homes. And now that we're going back to 2019 levels, well, the chickens are coming home to roost. And that means that spending patterns, again, are going to change. And people don't want those houses that are far away from the office anymore. There have been signals from large tech firms who have lost billions of dollars. Their earnings are down. And layoffs are going to be coming soon. I mean, some employees are quite nervous about the upcoming layoffs. And it is said that if you're working from home, you have a greater chance of being laid off than if you're working in the office. So all these people who move from Silicon Valley out to Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona, wherever they move to, well, they're rethinking their purchases, and they're thinking that they have to go back to the city and they have to go back into the office because they don't want to lose their jobs. Boise, Idaho is 73% overvalued, meaning that the wages in Boise, Idaho can't sustain the current real estate market. If you take all those tech workers who moved there and people who are working from home or people who bought second homes and you take them out of Boise, Idaho, well, Boise, Idaho's real estate market is going to crash, and it is going to crash big. And so when there was a shortage, similar to Target and Walmart, where you couldn't find a bicycle or a trampoline or a swimming pool anywhere to be found, same as a house, you couldn't find a house or for the price you wanted to pay. So builders started building. Well, just like Walmart and Target and a lot of other retailers have a lot of things in warehouses, extra inventory, there is going to be extra inventory in the housing market. You can guarantee it. It might not happen tomorrow, but when it does, just like Target and Walmart are going to discount all their prices, well, all these homes are going to sell for a discount too. We are going to go into a deflationary period because we have too much inventory, and that includes real estate. The only thing right now that we have a problem with is oil, right? It is created because a lot of companies, big oil companies in the United States are taking huge profits. There are 90 permits issued to drill, and they are not drilling because the shareholders don't want them to. The shareholders want them to limit the amount that's produced so they could make more money. It is price gouging. And then you add Russia and Ukraine to the mix, where they are a big supplier of oil as well, and well, you get a shortage. Also, refineries are converting that crude oil into jet fuel and diesel because there is more money in it. And when there's more money in it, there's more profits for them. There is less profits when they turn it into gasoline for vehicles and for personal consumption. So that seems to be the problem in that realm too. On CNBC, they call it capital discipline, where the money gets reinvested to shareholders, CEOs, and stock buybacks. And that's what's happening right now. We could ramp up production, but the oil companies don't want to because they like higher prices for, well, the American consumer. 4 out of 5 Brits are worried about their future financial and how they're going to pay their bills. 4 out of 5. They say that the food prices are going to go apocalyptic. If it's coming to Britain, it's coming to the United States now. I'm not a prepper, but I am prepared. I am prepared with food in my basement that could last us a few months, because if there is a food shortage, it's going to be a global food shortage. And if Britain is worried about it, and their equivalent of the FDA is talking about it, well, it can happen here. They're worried about school lunches. Either portion sizes have to change, or the quality of the food that they give British students is going to come down. That is where we're at right now. And we know that Ukraine is the breadbasket of the world, and without the exports of wheat and sunflower oil, there is going to be a catastrophic reduction in the amount of food available for the entire world. So, while we have surpluses of toaster ovens and blenders, bicycles and trampolines, we have shortages of what we need most right now, which is reasonable prices of gasoline and food, and everybody needs those to survive. Interesting times, and we all have to remember too that, what goes up must come down, but what comes down does go up again. It's all temporary. So for 2 years we saw rising asset prices. There's going to be a decline in asset prices, and I'm not saying it's going to be declined forever, If you look at history, it is a cycle. If you can hold on tight, I would just hold on tight, but I am not a financial analyst. Real estate's next. Just hold on tight. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you. Be kind, call someone, tell them you love them. We'll talk again real soon. And please subscribe and like this video if you haven't already. Have a great day.